those words, 6 of you will be meritoriously promoted, somehow, Jose, struck me in a very deep place. And I began to have this momentary chat with myself. I wonder if I want to be one of those. I want to be one of those 6. And that very day, my life changed forever. And so this young Marine all of a sudden began to take on a different look. I don't even look like a pencil neck, do I? In fact, look at it. Is that funny? Now look at the eyes. Look at the eyes of that Marine. Those pictures were taken just a little over a year apart. And this young underachiever standing there saying, wait a minute, I think I could be that. I want to try that. I want to be one of those 6. For the first time in my life, I felt the passion of something I wanted to do and wanted to achieve. So I just started being everything I could be. Obstacle course, I tried to be first. When they were showing us something and demonstrating something, I paid attention. I literally watched, I listened, I learned. When we went to the rifle range, my daddy had taught me to hunt as a boy. I knew how to shoot, but when we went to the rifle range, I even practiced harder. I knew how to shoot, but I qualified expert in pistol and rifle. Why? Because I now had a passion in me. So, on graduation day, my mother, my father, and my sister are sitting in the stands of this big grinder in San Diego, and right there is the little thing they're reading, and if you'll look at, right in the meritorious promotions, platoon 171 on the right, go down 5, you'll see R.A. McKinnon. Yeah. When that platoon marched through that arch onto the big grinder that graduation day, now look at those boys. Look at the precision of that formation. Now, there's Sergeant Cockrell, our head drill instructor. Next to him is Private First Class Klowski. Klowski was I tried my best to beat out Klowski to carry that pennant for the company. He was a 3rd generation Marine and he had had good coaching. Now I'm the pencil neck guy standing right behind him. See that little baby-faced Marine standing right behind the flag bearer? That's me. I've got a private first class. Now the guy to my left, he was our biggest Marine. Now I don't know if you saw Rob. He's 6'4", about 250. That's what Alex Dreyer was. AA Dreyer was our biggest Marine. I'm going to tell you a story of Alex here in just a moment. But as we march out on that field, in that precision, I felt the pride of an accomplishment I had never felt in my life. And I want to tell you something. From that formative moment, I have never looked back. I learned confidence. I learned discipline. I learned to set a goal. I learned to work hard. I learned to achieve it. But more than that, I learned the absolute bliss of feeling the satisfaction of achieving something that was important to me. And I've never, ever, ever looked back. So, this young Marine graduates, goes home for leave. A different man. 19 years old, different man. Now, how does the Marine Corps do that? How does the Marine Corps take boys and girls all over the country, get them off the bus, put them together, and make what they make out of them? Well, I want to share that with you. And there's a reason I'm going to share it with you. Stick with me because this has a big, big message in it for us today. But you know, the Marine Corps starts by telling all of its members it's special. Now, they have a strange way of doing that. But you see, from the moment, Nancy, that I I joined the Marine Corps, that drill instructor told me that this is what? This organization you're joining is what? It's special. You see, here's how confidence happens. Somebody tells you you're special and a part of something special, then they, number two, teach you. Now I want you to write that thought down, particularly real estate brokers. If you want to be a part of something special, tell people they are special and then teach them. Tell and teach. You see, just telling isn't enough. You don't get a blue ribbon for just showing up. So you not only tell people, but then you teach them how to be special. You teach them what this outfit's about. You see, here's how we do that. The Marine Corps, and this is it. This is the actual deal. We were all given this silly, it's called a recruit notebook. And we kept it in that pocket right there. And this notebook was very important to us. And we studied it. And we took notes. So that when a drill instructor walks up to us and says, Marine, what are the Marine Corps values? And we don't have to do like this. We turn to him and say, sir, the Marine Corps values are honor, courage, and commitment, sir. You see, you start and end each sentence with the word sir. The Marine Corps values are honor, courage, and commitment, sir. What does honor mean to you, Marine? Integrity, responsibility, and accountability. Integrity, responsibility, and accountability, sir. What does courage mean to you, Marine? Sir, courage means the will to do the right thing at the right time for the right reason, sir. What does commitment mean to you, Marine? Sir, commitment means to me devotion to the Corps and to my fellow Marines. Now, those of you who are Marines, you could have said that. You see, the Marine Corps began to teach us the values of that organization are honor, courage, and commitment, which means integrity, responsibility, and accountability, which means the will to do the right thing at the right time for the right way and to have devotion for the Corps and for my fellow Marines. We were taught that. Wow. I want to tell you something, and it's not just because they're here, and it's not because they're here that I say this, but I'm going to tell you something, my son. You, sir, are special. He knows that. It's not the first time I've told him. You, Jonna, are special. You are special. Girls, all three of you, so special to me. You see, and Rob is teaching his family what that means. How does it mean? What does it mean to be special? We had an incident happen in our family last week that rocked us. And these three little girls are my heroes. These three little girls' behavior last week did something that saved a life. And I just want to tell you, you guys are special. Doesn't it break your heart to think of children all over the world suffering from indifference? Mother Teresa said when she was asked, what's the most grave illness that you see children suffer? She says, the illness of indifference.